Hello, everyone. As you come in, say hello. I want to talk about influence today. Hello, my name is Shaunita. I am a serial entrepreneur, among other things, but I just love to motivate, to inspire. I believe in working smarter and not harder. And I believe in when I find information, I absolutely love to share the information with others. Let me know where you're watching from. One good thing I love about the internet, like oh, what am I? I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s and 90s, and the internet was fairly new to us then. Like we just had AOL, but like I love, this new age where we can just hop online from the comfort of our home and we can reach people from all over the globe from going live on the internet. So I'm just grateful for that opportunity. But I want to talk about influence. So one thing, I went to a training maybe a few months back, and the one thing that stuck with me was influence is the new currency. So you're gonna need influence whether you're hustling in your business. You need people to listen to you. If you are leading a team, you're gonna need influence. Or if you just want to make a positive impact in the world, you're going to need influence. So you want to influence is just helping people solve their own problems, empowering people to solve their problems, making them more confident. Being a positive influence on people is super important. Okay, so first thing about influence, it's all about listening, really listening, not listening to respond, but listening to understand. Do you know how it feels when you talking to someone and you feel like, ah, this person gets me? Like that feeling is gold. So you want to, I can always tell when I'm talking to someone and they're just like, they're talking to respond, but they're not actually trying to understand. So make it a habit, if you don't do it already, to try to listen to understand. Okay. Now, talking about your vision should be easy. It like talking over tea or talking over coffee. This is not the time when you're talking about your vision to use all your big words and trying to sound super smart. It's about being simple, being clear, making sure that someone understands your story and understanding of where you are coming from. Okay, so keep things simple, use clear words. The more simple you keep things, the more people will understand where you're coming from. I like to say keep it simple. Letting people know that so they can understand where you're coming from. The next thing about inspiring people, it's not about telling people what to do. It's not about controlling people. It's about lighting a spark in them so they can make a way. You want to let them make their own directions, but you're just inspiring them so they can make their own actions. You're inspiring people. You're not controlling people. Okay? The next thing about influence is owning your own mistakes, being authentic. Let people know that I'm human too. I'm human. I make mistakes, but I own up to my mistakes and I move on. I don't stay there. Okay? We don't stay there. And when you do that, you let other people know that it's okay for them to do the same thing. So own your mistakes, allow other people to feel safe, to be real too. Okay, so I make mistakes all the time. Sometimes I realize I'm making a mistake, sometimes I don't. But when I do, I try my best to own it and keep it moving. Okay. The next tip is thinking before reacting. Keeping a cool head in hot situations shows thoughtful leadership. If you are like being influential or you're being a leader, things are going to go wrong, things are going to go off. And when people are watching you, how you respond is how they're going to respond. So if you go into a panic, they're going to go into a panic. If you enter the situation and you're calm and you're looking for solutions to the problem, they're going to be calm. So mind your reactions. Don't just fly off the handle and be like, oh my God. No. They're already feeling that on the inside, but people are looking to you for some direction. So you want to always try to keep a calm demeanor and think before you react. Okay. Next, being genuine. Do y'all know there's so many people out here trying to be like somebody else? So many people like just not being themselves. But people love when you're authentic. People love the real you. Like I can always tell when like if I'm watching somebody on their video, and I'm guilty of it too, like before, especially of your, because you think that's the proper way to do it. So you're, when you're talking, you're imitating, you're trying to sound like someone, or you're trying to be like someone else because that person influenced you. But when you're trying to be someone else outside of who you are, people can smell that, and it's not as good. But when you're just showing up as the real you, this is who I am, people eat that up. They love that. People love real. It's enough fake people out here. People love real. I did a video maybe a couple years ago, and I think I put the video on YouTube, and someone ate me up and told me like how my grammar was off, and I didn't know how to enunciate and whatever. So like it got to me for a hot second, and I was like, dang. But then I realized, you know what? For one, I'm not for everybody. Just like everybody is not for me. The people who vibe with me, they're gonna vibe with me. And the people who don't, they don't. So I'm not gonna take what they say too much with a grain of salt, because there are people who get me and who love me and vice versa. So the only thing I know how to be is myself, period. Now, we're always growing. We should always be growing and evolving. But at the end of the day, I know how to do me the best, because there's only one me and everybody else is always already taken. Okay. So I'm going to always try to be authentic. Authenticity is a magnet. Okay. Honesty builds trust. Your integrity becomes the bedrock of your influence. So if you say you're going to do something, do it. Being honest, letting people know what's going on, standing on your word, standing on your promises, do what you say you're going to do. Next tip, influence grows in the give and take of the community and support. So you're not just a part where you're just taking, we're helping the community, we're helping each other out. It's a give and take thing. Next tip is respecting others. Okay, everyone's journey is unique. Okay, so you have to respect that. Just because you grew up a certain way, or in your world that's common sense, that's not the same for everybody. Everybody didn't have the same upbringing. Everyone does not have the same background. So you have to learn how to respect that and honor that and meet people where they are. Being kind. Kindness is a language that everyone understands. Don't you like it when people are kind to you? Be kind to people. Let them know that it's okay, that you understand. Today we're talking about influence, because influence is the new currency. Talking about being a positive influence in people's lives. We're talking about empowering people, not controlling people, but empowering people. We already talked about kindness is king, and we're not judging people. Judgment has no place here. You shouldn't be judging people. We talked about keeping your promises. Let's talk about leading by examples. Be the change that you want to see. Actions speak louder than words, and people are watching you. So if you say you're going to do it, or just don't tell other people to do it, you walk your talk. Believe in what you know. You got to learn how to trust your inner voice. When you learn how to do that, and I feel like I'm learning how to do that every day, not to overthink. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Knowing that everything that I need really is already within me, okay? And when you do that, it helps build confidence, and it helps others become more confident also. So trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Do what's for you and what feels for you. Choose joy. Live joyfully. People love happy people. When you radiate and when you're happy, like people are attracted to light. It's enough darkness in the world. We don't need no more. People love light. Choose joy. Choose being happy. It's a choice. I promise you, it's a choice. Sometimes I'm like, oh, and no, we're not doing that today. You had 5 seconds there. Five, four, three, two, one. Get up out that little phone because it's not getting you nowhere. Okay, so choose joy. Learn how to think outside the box. I had to catch myself the other day. I was thinking, like when I do my content, my videos, especially like my short form videos. Now, of course, I'm trying to follow this blueprint of what I have found works and what I see other successful people doing. But I have to be really careful not to sound like everybody else. So I have to make sure that I'm being innovative and I'm thinking outside the box and I'm being like I'm following the blueprint, but I'm adding my own creativity to it. Okay. So if you have resources, use your resources. There's no point of having all these amazing things to make a cake, but you don't actually bake the cake. Use your resources, use your tools. So whatever industry you're in, if you have a toolbox or you have a place where you can go for resources, whether it's a mentor or if it's a hub of video library information or books or whatever that may be, use your resources. Next is we talk about being compassionate to other people, being having empathy for people. That's super important. You got to be empathetic. Build connections through genuine relationships and making impacts on people's lives is really going to last. Being accessible, being open and available to others, it's a way you can have balance where you can actually connect with people and being accessible to people and making people feel like they can actually contact you and reach you and having ways to you. I have my email address available. I have my website where it's a contact me box. I'm accessible. Sharing what you know, what I'm doing now. When I learn things, I like to share it with people. Now, I like to share it with people who are interested in what I have to say, but I like this sharing. Sharing is caring. Sharing your knowledge is another way of empowering other people. Genuinely helping people succeed. People love when someone wants to help you. You know how much someone would love you if you help them learn something new or help them attain a small win? That is like the best thing, and helping them achieve their goals. The people that I remember the most in my life, like someone who actually taught me how to do something, or someone if I had and I was struggling with something and they were like, oh hey, all you have to do is click over here or sign up over here and that's going to solve all your problems. Like those people are forever in my heart, making sure that you are genuinely trying to help people succeed. I did a video yesterday and I was saying that it's enough out here for all of us. So it's nothing wrong with sharing resources, sharing tools to help another person win, because when you help other people win, you win. Empowering people is not about being selfish, it's about being selflessness, being selfless. There are so many things like tips and tricks. If it can benefit someone else and it can help someone else get to another level, share it. Okay? Help someone else get to their next level, because when you pull other people up, in essence, you're pulling yourself up. Yes. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Let's normalize the practice of seeking assistance. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. And I struggle with this, y'all, because like we have so much information in our tips. I consider myself a smart person. I can figure things out. Like everything is figure outable. But guess what? I don't know everything. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to seek help. Let me tell you. Now, I have been in this online marketing space for some few years now. So in my mind, I know how to do everything. This is business class called the roadmap. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't need the roadmap. I can do my own roadmap. I can build my own roadmap. Then it dawned on me, girl, everything does not have to be hard. And perhaps maybe someone knows something that you don't know. Because everyone is walking their own unique path. Everyone has their own unique journey. I signed up for this online business course and I have learned so much from taking this course things that I did not know. And then the beauty of it is, by me humbling myself, asking for help, and joining this community, I'm connected to a whole lot of other people who are on similar paths, a whole lot of other smart people on top of that, who can share tips and tricks and resources on how to overcome obstacles so we can all reach our goals faster. So I that was something that was part of me asking for help. You don't have to do everything as a one man show. You don't have to figure everything out by yourself. Okay? There I when I said there's something about people collaborating together for a common goal. It's an amazing thing. So if you want information about that business course, let me know in the comments and I'll share with you, or you can click my link in my bio. But definitely help. So again, real quickly, we're talking about influence. Influence, you're gonna have a bit influence. We're talking about positive influence though. Having influence, whether you're hustling, whether you have your own live business, whether you just want to make a positive impact in your community, you're going to need influence. So quickly, I went over some things talking about listen actively, not just listen to respond, but listening to understand, expressing your vision using simple language. It's not the time to pull out and have all your dictionary words. Be clear and let people understand where you're coming from. Inspiring others but not being controlling. Inspiring people but not controlling people. Owning up to your own mistakes and moving on. We're not staying and dwelling on mistakes. I'm admitting to my mistakes and I'm moving on. I'm responding to problems, but I'm not reacting to problems. I'm not reacting out of emotions. Oh Lord, no. I'm responding because I know people are watching. How I respond is how they respond. Okay, so we're responding, not reacting. Be yourself and being authentic and honest. Honesty over everything. Being you over everything. Everybody else is already taken. Knowing everything within you is that you need is already within you. That you are perfect just the way you are. No, it's the best thing ever. Communicate clearly and honestly. Okay? Ask for what you want them to do. Ask what you can do for them, and don't be afraid to let them know what you need. Respect others for who they are and the choices that they make. Thank you very much. Respect others, okay, for who they are. We're all different. We all come from all walks of life. Respect each other. We can respect each other and be kind to each other, okay, for their choices. Someone, okay, like for example, I could think my WordPress site is the best site ever. Someone else could think they like System.io better, or they like Kajabi better. Well, oh, that's fine. We respect each other. Again, we're being kind and non-judgmental, okay? Keep your promises and deliver on them. Do what you say what you mean. Your word is everything, okay? Lead by example. Don't just tell people what to do. Show people what to do because you're doing it, okay? Because you're doing it. Have self-confidence in what you know is, again, trust your gut. When you trust in your gut, there is no a wrong decision. You can't do no wrong because you're trusting the gut. You're being led by your spirit, okay? Trust your gut because that's going to lead you in the right place every single time. Be happy and live a joyful life. Being happy is beautiful. People love happy people. Be happy, okay? Choose joy. Joy is a choice. Be creative in your thinking and in your solution to problems. There's a whole lot of ways to think outside the box. It doesn't have to be one way, okay? You can be creative. Have resources available to help you and don't be afraid to tap into them. Share tips. Okay, leverage your resources. Again, I was telling you about the online business course that I'm taking. Leveraging my research, learning so much. Using my resources. Teach by giving options instead of preaching or commanding. Talk about the effectiveness of guiding with options rather than directives. I'm just giving you some options and letting people freely make their choice because we're all adults. When talking with others, stay upbeat and focus on the positive. Do your own thing by going against the grain when you know it's the right thing to do. Again, that goes back to trusting your gut. It can be some things that can be going on, and it can look on the surface level to be great. But if you know in your gut, this doesn't feel, this feels like an ick. I don't know if I can trust this. I would not feel comfortable promoting this or leading people down this path. Don't do it. Trust your gut. Be compassionate to others. We're talking about that, having empathy for everyone. Everyone is on a different journey. We're all on a different path. Just because you know something, someone else, it was a time where you didn't know it. So someone else has to learn it and go through that also. So be compassionate. Build connections through genuine relationships. Try to have authentic connections with people. No, you can't have a connection with everybody, but when there is opportunities for you to build a real connection, you should, especially in this online space, because it's easy. And I'm talking to me too. It's super easy for us to just sit in our little corner, in our little office on our computers, and just be in our little zone. In the online space, you can be alone a lot. You can be alone a lot, but there's some power when you have someone, a business bestie. I highly encourage. I have a group, the Boss Success Club, the Digital Product Bestie. Those are groups where I'm trying to build up community where we can have like-minded people, because there's power. It's better when we do it together. There's power in community, y'all. I told you I just joined a business course, and it's a community there, and people are talking and sharing different ideas, and they're sharing their wins, but they're also talking about their losses. It's power in community. Yes, I can do amazing things by myself, but boy, when I tell you, when I can get together with some people and do some things, great things can happen, okay? So be accessible, okay? So you want to make sure that people feel like you are touchable, especially through this internet. So if someone sends you an email, respond to their email. Let people know how they can contact you. My messenger is open. My emails are open. I have a contact me on my website. There may even be a time for people who are like on my direct team where they have my personal phone number. They can text me, they can call me. Be accessible. Again, sharing what you know. Sharing is a tool. Sharing is caring. Don't keep all the goodness to yourself. Just like you learned something because someone probably shared something with you, share with others. Genuinely help other people succeed. We all can win. We all can win. It's enough out here for all of us. I'm in so many online communities, y'all, and it's all kinds of people from all different walks of life. And every day, someone who don't know what you know, or who haven't experienced what you experience. But you have to share, because it's a whole community of people out here who may not see the opportunities that you see because they don't have the same connections. You don't know who I know. You don't have the same circle as I have. So when we share our information, that's how things grow. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Because I really want us all to win. Okay? And don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. These are some ways to build up your influence. Okay? I hope these tips help you. Okay? I expect wonderful things to happen to you. Make sure you like and follow this page. Share this video with your team or a friend or whoever. I'm going to post these tips on my blog just so they can just be memorialized, and probably post this video also. I probably will be back live later on today with a business bestie that I met over 20 years ago, and we always have these amazing conversations. So we decided to bring it to you all via a podcast. So I'm going to try to make sure I stream that here on Facebook so you all can see it. Feel free to leave comments or questions, or if you have some other tips on building influence, drop it below. Okay, I love y'all. Be encouraged. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.